Hey everybody, it's Matt with Multifamily Traffic, digital marketing specialist for the apartment industry. Just got out of a meeting. There's a high-rise apartment complex that's going up behind me. Met with the owners. They have just hired the staff. They're getting everything ready. And they asked me a great question. They said, Matt, as we think about this tactically on the lease up, what is the first thing that our new leasing managers should be concerned with, should be thinking about as they enter the lease up? And I thought that was a great question. I wanted to put my answer on video for all of you because I think it's a tactical question. A lot of times we think we know everything and we've got the plan, and having an actionable step-by-step plan is so much better. Now, back to the question. The question was, what is the first thing that our apartment manager should be concerned about with lease up? And my answer to that is simply this: perspective. And here's what I mean. You cannot attack the market. You cannot dominate the market. You cannot get to 100% occupancy without very first having perspective. So here's what I mean by perspective. The new manager, the very first day, and even the owners maybe today, I have a feeling they're probably doing this right now, right after our meeting, should put themselves in the shoes of a prospective renter. So whatever the city the new community is in, whether it's Dallas, whether it is San Antonio, whether it is San Diego, whether it is Brooklyn, New York, should think about, okay, what's the first thing that a renter's going to do? What I would do is I would type in apartments, Brooklyn, New York. The owner and the manager should do that. This is going to give you perspective. This is going to let you know exactly what you're dealing with and the adversity or lack of adversity that's in front of you. Now, if you type in, say, apartments, Dallas, Texas, or Dallas TX apartments, chances are you're probably not going to find your community. 100% guarantee you're not going to find your community if it's a brand new lease up. The other thing that you're probably going to find is most of the results are things like Zillow, Trulia, apartments.com, for rent, the usual suspects there. Keep scanning down that list until you find the first apartment community. Now imagine how a prospective renter feels if your property, your new beautiful community, either pops up in Google AdWords up at the top, or even more powerfully, is the first apartment community on organic rankings. So the first step that you need to do is you need to have a perspective. You need to open that door. You need to face the beast and see exactly what you're dealing with. If you don't show up at all on Google, how can you expect to get that property to 100% occupancy? If you're way down on page 8 or 9 of Google, how can you expect to get that property leased up? You're not going to do it with balloons. You're not going to do it with drive-by traffic. You need to be in front of the renters. So the first step to any successful lease up is to face the beast, to see where you rank for the top keywords that people are looking for, and then that way you can do something about it. Now, on a side note, if you don't know the top keywords, and I'm talking about if you're in a major city, these are ones, for example, apartments, Dallas, TX, you're probably looking at 6,000 people searching for that keyword. Now, imagine if you've got 424 units and 6,000 people are constantly over and over and over again typing that in. You're getting a chunk of that 6,000, let's call it 10%. That's 600 at-bats every month. How fast are you going to lease that property up? But your first step is knowing exactly where you stand. Now, if you don't know the exact keywords, the big dogs, the ones that people are searching for, call me 303-803-7372. I will find them out for you. I will tell you what they are. I can even tell you where you rank or where you don't rank for those. But the first step to any successful lease up is to have perspective, to understand where you are. Let's just face the beast. If it's really bad, let's do something about it. If you type in apartments in Sacramento, California, and you show up on page 2 and it's a keyword with 7,400 searches a month, you're probably in a good spot. And if you can say that same thing for all of the top 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 keywords, you're in a great spot. So now you need to focus on follow-up. You don't need to focus on the prospecting to get the phones to ring, but at least know where you're at. So that's my advice for you today. I hope you guys are having a great day. I always love touring new communities as they're being built. I always learn something. This business is fascinating to me, and there's nothing that makes me feel better than helping these great people that are investing in our country and building our communities, helping them get that return on their investment. So Matt Eaton with Multifamily Traffic, 303-803-7372. If you need anything at all, please give me a call. I'm here for you. Thanks.